Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be playing with some brand new products from Dina Wakley and Ranger, which is the pastel and metallic gloss sprays. So I'm starting off in my Dina Wakley blue journal and just prepping my pages. I spray into a box these days because for those people who have got the original sprays, you know they go everywhere. They're amazing, but they stick to everything. So I'm starting off with some of the pastel colours. So I've got the heather, apricot, carnation, aloe and mineral. Just trying to remember all the names. And the great things about these pastel colours are they blend together really beautifully. So when I take this stencil off and press it out in this, you'll see how the colours really blend nicely together. They just, even though they're sort of opposites on the colour wheel, so you know the greens and the purples and the pinks together should make brown, they just blend really nicely together, which is just lovely. They are opaque like the original sprays as well, so they're exactly the same. They work exactly the same way. You shake them up before you use them and spray them onto the page. This is a non-gessoed page as well. Obviously it works really well on gesso, but I just wanted to play with them, so I jumped straight into a non-gessoed page. So the dark grey you could see me spray on the background, that is Medieval, which is one of the metallic sprays. Medieval I've found is really interesting because it can look really silver on some pages and it can look really dark on other pages, so it just gives you that really lovely depth to your page. I did spray over some of the mineral over the top. I'm trying to think of the names, and because I'd already had some of the spray underneath and it was dry, I've just blotted off some so you can see that resist coming through slightly as well. So as I was doing this, it made me really think about hair. I don't know why, but that's sort of what popped into my head when I was looking at this. So I figured that I would put a face into that space, and I was looking through all my Dina Wakley stamps and I came across this one which is just the right size for that little space. So I'm going to use my archival ink and stamp this out onto some of the collage tissue paper. So that will mean that I can stamp it pretty easily onto the page or onto this and then adhere it to my page. The reason I'm not stamping it directly onto the page is because the cotton rag paper is quite textured and I wouldn't get a great impression. So by doing this you can get a beautiful impression, and the collage paper blends into the background seamlessly when you add it with matte gel medium. So I'm just painting on some matte gel medium over where I want my image, placing it down and then blending in again. You can see it melt into the background and I can still see my spraying from the background coming through, so it just adds to the colour that I've got. So once I've finished, I'm going to heat my page because I have no patience. You can obviously leave that to dry naturally. I just chose to cut it up. I really like this word "be enough." This is one of the pages from the Collage Collective and I thought I would use it, but then I turned it over to the other side, which is always a really good thing to do because each of these pages is double-sided and you might actually like what's on the other side better. And surprisingly for me, particularly for people who follow my channel for a while, I didn't choose the colour side. I actually went for the white side because it just blended in with those natural colours in the background so much better. So once I've adhered it down, again using gel medium, I'm just going to add some details over the top. So using my Stabilo oil pencil, and with the rest of the Collage Collective, I cut out the other two words that are there. So the "be enough," which I really wanted to have, was obviously on the other side, but I had "be content" and "be devoted." If I wanted the "be enough," I could have gone to the collage words that Dina sells because that's what these are from, but I didn't want to go looking for them in my stash. So I also added a washi heart. I like to do that to my abstract figures. I do them to most of them. I don't know why. I really like those washi hearts and they just add something to the page, that little pop of red on the page. I then trimmed down the two words and stuck them on as well. So now I'm going around the edge of my words and my body of the figure with my Stabilo oil pencil. I will water activate that. So the Stabilo oil pencil is water reactive and it just gives you this beautiful inky line and sort of an almost shadow straight away, which is really handy when you're not that much of a drawer, but you can sort of fake your way to a real shadow by, you know, cheating and using the Stabilo oil pencil. One of my favourite things to do with figures of any sort is to put in the colour in the eyes and to put in the whites of the eyes in the catch-all with my paint pen. Even though on this page it was mostly white, it just really focuses that part of as part of a face, and you sort of can recognise it. The final thing I did was decided I want to put in some journaling and scribbly writing into the hair. So I'm just going around really randomly writing about what the words "be devoted" and "being content" mean to me. And the paint pen goes beautifully over those gloss sprays. You could see I had to go and dry a little bit. It was still a little bit damp. So paint pens don't particularly like to write over anything that's damp. So just make sure it's quite dry before you do it. But it gives you that really cool texture in the background. And sort of expands out sort of the thinking from her head, what she's thinking about those points. So the final thing I'm doing is actually cleaning up my paint pens, or my gloss sprays, sorry. It is really important that you put the lids on them and you wipe off the nozzles. I happened to unscrew my bottle a little bit, so it actually dripped out, so I had to clean that up because I want to put some splatter over. So I'm just again using the carnation, the apricot, and I think the mineral, so the blue, and just splattering over the top. So that helps bring back some of the colour that I had in the background back into the foreground again. And splatter is a great unifying thing, so it goes over everything and makes it sort of look like it's one and it's all together. Because the splatters are a little bit bigger, they take a little bit longer to dry, so don't close your book straight away, but they dry fairly quickly. So you can see the splatter going across her face, and you can see how seamlessly that tissue blends into the background. So this is my close-up using the brand new gloss sprays. Like the originals, they are definitely worth it. They are definitely addictive, and they will work so well together with everything else. So that's a close-up of everything I used on this page, and if you look at my description box below, you will find links to all those products in the Ranger shop. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. There'll be plenty more videos coming up in the next little while using these new products, so check those out as well. Until next time, bye for now.